That Trade today, featuring Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Nuckman, an options trading pro, as we go a few rounds in the ring. Round number one, gentlemen, summer love. Last summer it was Brexit, and during the financial crisis, Lehman Brothers took away our summer fun. What do the dog days have in store this year?
I think what's the market's going to be concerned about right now is the fact we don't have earnings season starting until after the 4th of July. So we've got about a month now here where worry sometimes ramps up during that time frame. But I was looking at the list of things that we worried about in the past.
Right.
Cyprus,
we were worried about that. Greece. There were concerns.
The Chinese slowdown.
Yes.
But the lesson, I think, is the market snap back to each and every time. So big picture, the momentum is still very, very strong. And we continue to make new highs rather regularly. We made more new highs in the S&P this year already than we did all in 2016.
True, but we're more overvalued than we were in all of 2016. But you're right.
But earnings are climbing.
Earnings are doing good, but I'll tell you what, we won't find that out till after the 4th of July. Then we get the fireworks. My point is, I think you're right, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be afraid of fear, or you shouldn't fear no fear. What I'm
Fear
saying
is healthy.
Fear is healthy, and we need some volatility in this market.
I'm afraid when people aren't afraid.
That's exactly. We've had too little fear in the marketplace.
Reverse psychology.
Exactly. What we could fear this year is the Fed being too aggressive on interest rates too soon. That could cause a stock market sell-off. And the other thing that you have to fear, I think, when you look at this market is, how do you play it? Why don't you play the exchanges that actually trade fear sometimes?
There you go.
Trade the CBOE or the CME, the CME stock. Great stock to own.
Round number two, Epic OPEC sell the fact knocked the oil market down about 5% the day OPEC agreed to a cutback. Will we see the rise or the fall of black gold from here?
I think we're going to see it rise from here. And I'm very disappointed in the market's reaction, but it's OPEC's fault. You know, it wasn't a sin of what they did, it was a sin of poor communication. What they did is they built up the market's expectation that they might do an even bigger production cut, or they would extend it even more, and they disappointed the market. But I'll tell you one thing, if you look at what they're doing, it is tightening global inventories.
And they actually talked about another 1.5% cut.
They have.
And secretly in their meetings. So that's interesting as well.
Well, there's stuff behind it. Listen, OPEC said they're going to do whatever they take, and we got to believe them.
I got a wild card here. Is this Aramco? Aramco is going to IPO. It's going to be the largest IPO ever when Saudi Arabia is going to monetize their oil fields, right?
Part of it.
So that's the point. It's only going to be 5%.
Right.
They're keeping 95%. So they want oil prices higher for this launch.
Let's move on to round number three, rate recoil. Long-term interest rates have unwound in the last 6 months. What do you think happened to that worry about horrific hikes?
My theory here is that maybe people are worried and they're going into treasuries as a safety play.
That's very possible.
So that's driving the price up, driving the yields down. So that's been a big change in mentality in the last 6 months.
It has been. So is that a good indicator for the economy or a bad indicator?
I think it's a healthy indicator that people that have done very well in stocks are rotating some of that money.
Maybe they shouldn't go in there because they're getting more yield. Maybe they should roll offshore. Maybe get a fund like American Fund or something like that actually has some exposure to the U.S. market.
You are covering a lot of ground today. Let's move on to the bonus round question and keep it clean. What's the best color to paint your bathroom if you want to get the biggest bang for your buck in a resale?
When you're
that's
doing
interesting.
I would have to say in the bathroom it would have to be neutral. So I'm going to say with off-white.
Yeah, but it's going to be something very simple. But we went through a lot of the tan colors 10, 15 years ago. Now we're more in the grayish and bluish areas.
You still have the tiger stripes in your bathroom.
Right. And I got that green. That green from the 70s.
Pink would be my other guess. Should I go with white, which is the obvious thing? I'm going to go with pink.
I'm going to go gray.
Pink.
The answer is light powder blue.
Oh, see, I told you blue and grays were coming back.
They were.
I have my color chart right here in my pocket.
I know. This blue and gray is coming back.
Thanks, guys. Business First AM will be right back.